Do you suffer from debilitating migraines? You know, that throbbing pain in the front or side of your head that's so severe you're unable to work or do anything other than retreat into a dark and quiet room? Have you had them for years and just haven't found a solution? Call Dr. Elizabeth Ebersol and put an end to your debilitating migraines forever, or go to her website at www.handmadehealth.com. That's www.handmadehealth.com.
FridayNightGlory.com, Parker Turley here. Duncanville takes down GP 66-65. I'm here with Micah, Peavy, CJ Ford, and Damon Nicholas. You guys had a huge game down the stretch. You get another double-double. You had a lot of scrappy rebounds towards the end. Talk about what was going through your mind in overtime, like what you had to get done.
Man, it's just winning basketball. I mean, whatever my team needed, I'm going to do. So, we got the dub, so you know what I'm saying.
Obviously, you guys go to overtime. Talk about the mentality going into OT.
Oh, it was overtime. We knew we was gonna win. Like we all had to stay disciplined and just do what coach do and play defense, and we knew we get the win.
CJ, coming off the bench, Juan fouls out. Talk about what your mindset was coming in. You made some key defensive stops down the stretch.
Man, I just got a dog mentality that I wasn't gonna let them score on me no matter what. And I gotta help these guys rebound. I gotta get better at that. But other than that, let's go.
You talk about the experience you guys have. How do you feel that helped you down the stretch? Obviously, JB knocking a huge free throw down in the last 3 seconds to win the game.
I mean, you could tell the difference between these both teams. Down the stretch, we made our free throws. They didn't. We've been here before, so it's nothing new to us. We just locked in and we won the game.
You guys did a lot of switching on defense. Talk about what the game plan was coming in to contain Jalen Posey on the offensive end for GP.
Oh, the game was just to stay him, like lock him up, put a hand in him, make sure I put pressure on the D, pressure on him, and then he turn over.
You've been on the bench for most of the game. What's your mindset coming off the bench, knowing you got to make big plays on defense? Obviously, you're matched up against another guy who can play ball on the other end.
Coach just said don't let him catch. And that's what I did, and make it tough for him to score. He hit a couple big shots at the end, but at the end, I think he had hurt his knee, so it helped us a lot. But other than that, we did good.
How big is it for you guys to win games like this going down to the stretch? Do you feel it helps you guys build going on to the next round of the playoffs, obviously having another game Friday?
I think it's really big. It just shows us that, we can just find a way to win whenever. This was a bad game for us, and we still pulled it out. So I think it's just going to help our mindset to just keep locking in, and we know we're going to win.
Obviously, you guys have a lot of experience. You have young guys step up like CJ, and then talk about what Duncanville is building with the younger guys and obviously the older guys leading.
Oh, it was real big. We got different players, different key players, so there's not just one person who can do this. So the whole team can do it. So that's why the bigger players can step up and then do good in the game.
You're just a freshman. You're learning behind JB Hill. Talk about what you've learned this year, and obviously you made some big plays down the stretch.
I'm a sophomore, but I watched JB get better over this time of period, my freshman year last year. So learning from him I don't know, it's hard to explain. Just his brotherly love, he braids me up, make me better every day going at me in practice and everything.
Towards the end on that last shot, did you gasp a little bit when it was in there?
Are you talking about the last
shot right here for GP?
Yeah, I was just praying it didn't go in, and when I saw it go long, I was just excited.
You guys get another chance to come up big. Talk about how you can build going into the playoffs Friday.
Oh, it was real big. We can go watch film, another chance of survival, just try to win state.
FridayNightGlory.com, Parker Turley here with Robert Banks and JB Hill. You guys get a 66-65 victory. Down the stretch, you guys had some free throws and you knocked them down. Talk about the experience, what that says about you and how clutch you were in that big-time moment.
Well, last year I had to shoot free throws here in the same gym in a big moment. And going into this game, I knew I might be in the same situation. So I worked on it at practice and came here. I went 1-1 on a couple. I need to make both, so I'll work on that when we get back in the lab.
Defensively, you were matched up on number 2 Ghost Zone for them. Talk about how big it was for you to be scrappy on the boards tonight and play great defense.
It was a big part of the game tonight. We only won by, 1, and just out-toughing them. We're way tougher than them, and we just got to keep like what we did. We were just applying pressure, and we ended up with the win.
You talk about being tough. Juan, Reyna fouls out, and y'all have a sophomore. CJ Ford comes in, plays great defensively. It doesn't look like y'all are missing a beat out there. What's that say about the depth of this team?
Oh, yeah, we got a lot of depth in this team. It just comes through practice and everybody going at each other every day, everybody going for each other's heads, trying to take each other's spots, and it's just the outcome we get.
Obviously, you guys get a huge victory tonight. It's very emotional. As a senior, how do you kind of calm the emotions down of your teammates as a leader on this team?
Well, it's not over. We have, 4 more games to win the state championship, so we got to stay locked in. This is just one. We got to win more.
You guys have played a lot of basketball in this uniform and big games like this. How do you feel having the experience like that helps build for the future? Obviously, you guys have a lot of young guys learning from y'all.
Well, of course, when a lot of our young guys came in, we knew we was going to have to play more of a leadership role, and that's what it is. We just have to lead them in the right direction.
You guys get a huge victory tonight. Talk about how you can build going into Friday's matchup in the regional semifinals. Obviously, you guys got 4 more left to win a state championship. You guys are very experienced. Talk about how you keep the same mindset going forward.
Just getting after it at practice. That's what we need to do, and going harder than ever, and just keep rolling and rolling and rolling, game by game. Take it a game at a time.
That last shot, you missed the second free throw. What was your reaction when the ball went up in the air?
When I shot it, when he shot it.
When he shot it.
Man, I honestly couldn't tell you. I just prayed he missed.
He missed indeed, and you guys are moving on to the regional semifinals. Talk about how you can build off of this emotional win.
Free throws. As we can see, free throws and rebounding play a big part in winning. So we have to practice on free throws and rebounding.
Defensively, the scrappiness you guys play with, do you kind of pride yourself on being that tough player who kind of picks up the boards, charges, blocks, all that stuff?
Yes, sir. That just comes with my personality. It's just something I was born with and something I just really love doing. So I'm going to be that scrappy dude. If I got to play my role like that, then that's who I'm going to be.
FridayNightGlory.com, Parker Turley here with Juan Reyna. He has 14 points for the Duncanville Panthers. They get a 66-65 victory. Obviously, you fouled out with 4 minutes left, but talk about how big it was for you to explode scoring in the first half.
I mean, it was really important. I knew I had to come out aggressive, to help my team win, and my coach had been telling me throughout the past days to come out aggressive and just be me. So I knew that's what I had to do, and it worked out this game. So.
You fouled out in the last 4 minutes. Talk about, what your mindset was from the bench being a cheerleader for your team the last 4 minutes and into OT.
Yeah, man, I felt like I was in the game, man. I was cheering them on. I was nervous. A lot of change of emotions throughout that time, but I knew we were going to pull it out at the end, so it's all good.
Obviously, you're known as a three-point shooter, but you drove the ball today, and you could have gotten some fouls from. Talk about the level that adds to your game.
Yeah, I'm not just a shooter. I know a lot of people say that, but I work on other parts of my game too, so I take pride on other parts. So y'all be surprised, but I mean, y'all gonna see it later on in the playoffs. But yeah.
Obviously, you guys have a lot of experience. Talk about the older guys stepping up today here down the stretch. Obviously, the Priest was very scrappy defensively. Talk about what he adds to this team, getting rebounds on loose balls.
Yeah, man, these seniors, something else, man. They have heart, man. I love them, man. And then Priest came up big with the rebounds. Mike came up big, and JB came up big too. They all came up big. They all got experience, so just love them, man. I'm glad I get to move on and live to play another game with them.
You guys move on to the regional semifinals. Talk about how you can build off of this victory right here.
Yeah, this gives us a lot of confidence. I mean, we had confidence coming in, but even more knowing that we came back from adversity, being down 10, 11 at halftime, and then pulling out at the end, overtime, me being fouled out and a lot of foul trouble. So we pulled out, and gives us confidence going into the next round. So.
Well, I appreciate you getting some time. FridayNightGlory.com, Parker Turley.